Listen carefully. The strongest people are not those who live the easiest lives. They are the people who stopped arguing with reality. They stopped expecting everyone to be fair. They stopped waiting for the past to change. They stopped believing that hard work would always produce the result they wanted. And the moment they accepted these truths, something changed. They became calmer, clearer, harder to disappoint, and almost impossible to control. But most people do the opposite. They suffer once because life hurts them, and then suffer again because they believe life should have happened differently. One person refuses to give them closure, so they spend months waiting. One plan fails, so they question their entire future. One betrayal happens, and suddenly they trust nobody. The event creates pain, but resistance turns that pain into a prison. The Stoics understood this thousands of years ago. Reality does not become easier because you refuse to accept it. It becomes clearer when you finally see it as it is. Acceptance is not approval. It is not passivity. It is not pretending that betrayal, injustice, loss, or disappointment does not matter. Acceptance means ending the argument with the fact that has already arrived, so your strength can move from wishing the past were different to deciding what the present requires. In this video, you will learn 7 Stoic truths that most people discover only after wasting years fighting what they cannot change. These truths may feel uncomfortable. Some may expose the exact pattern keeping you stuck. But if you understand them, and more importantly, practice them, you will stop wasting your strength on people, outcomes, and battles that were never yours to control. You will learn why fairness is not guaranteed, why other people may never understand you, why effort cannot command results, why closure may never arrive, why comfort can quietly weaken you, why time makes appreciation urgent, and why your response remains the final power nobody can take without your participation. Do not use these truths to become cold. Use them to become accurate. Do not use them to tolerate abuse or injustice. Use them to act without illusion. And stay until the 7th truth, because it reveals the one form of power that rejection, failure, betrayal, and even time itself cannot take away from you. Truth number 1. Life does not owe you fairness, but your character still owes life a response. Truth 1. Life will not always be fair. You can do the right thing and still lose. You can work harder and receive less recognition. You can be loyal to someone who betrays you. You can tell the truth and be punished by people who prefer a convenient lie. The first Stoic truth is that life will not always be fair. Most people know this intellectually. They still build their emotional life around the expectation that fairness will arrive on schedule. They believe good intentions should guarantee good outcomes. They believe sacrifice should guarantee gratitude. They believe effort should guarantee reward. Then reality refuses the agreement, and they feel personally targeted. The Stoics did not claim injustice was acceptable. Justice was one of their central virtues. They believed your conduct should be fair even when the world is not. That is the difference between accepting unfairness and surrendering to it. Acceptance says, this happened. It may be wrong. What action remains mine? Passivity says, nothing can be done, so nothing matters. If someone steals credit for your work, acceptance does not mean smiling quietly. It means recognizing the event, documenting your contribution, communicating professionally, and protecting future visibility. If a person betrays your trust, acceptance does not require restoring the same access. It means believing the evidence and adjusting the relationship. If a policy is unjust, acceptance does not prevent challenge. It allows you to challenge the policy that actually exists rather than wasting energy pretending it does not. Use 3 questions. What happened? What makes it unfair? What response protects justice without destroying my character? The 3rd question matters. Unfairness tempts you to become unfair in return. Someone lies, so you lie. Someone humiliates you, so you begin planning humiliation. Someone becomes cruel, so cruelty starts feeling like strength. Now their character has reproduced itself inside you. Do not give them that victory. You may need to speak firmly. You may need to leave. You may need to report, document, seek support, or use legal and organizational channels. Courage is not silence, but revenge and justice are not identical. Justice asks what protects truth, responsibility, and people. Revenge asks what will make the other person hurt as much as you do. When life is unfair, choose the response you can respect after anger has passed. Also recognize that your idea of fairness may be incomplete. You see your effort, not every factor affecting the outcome. You know your intention, not always your impact. Humility asks whether correction is needed before declaring yourself wronged. Examine the evidence, then act. Do not demand that life become fair before you become just. Your character is most visible when reality gives you an excuse to abandon it. Life may not owe you fairness. Your conduct still belongs to you. Truth too. You cannot control how people understand you. You can choose your words carefully and still be misunderstood. You can act with good intentions and still disappoint someone. You can set a reasonable boundary and be called selfish. You can become quieter and be called arrogant. The second Stoic truth is that you cannot control how people understand you. Every person sees through a lens shaped by history, fear, loyalty, insecurity, incomplete information, and personal interest. You influence their perception through conduct and communication. You do not own the lens. Most people waste enormous energy trying to manage every version of themselves living in other minds. They send another explanation. They monitor reactions. They replay conversations. They imagine what others are saying and prepare a defense for a trial that may not exist. This creates a life of performance. You stop asking, is this honest and responsible? You begin asking, how will this look? Stoicism does not tell you to ignore reputation completely. Reputation can affect work, trust, relationships, and responsibility. Correct important misinformation. Communicate clearly with people directly affected. Protect the record when the stakes are real, but distinguish clarification from compulsive image management. Ask, have I communicated what is necessary? Is this person listening in good faith? Would another explanation create understanding, or only another argument? Suppose you leave a friendship after repeated disrespect. You explain the boundary privately. The person tells others that you disappeared because you think you are better than everyone. You can spend months presenting evidence to every observer, or you can allow consistent conduct to become the long-term explanation. Not everyone needs the full case. Sometimes people misunderstand because they lack information. Sometimes because your communication was unclear. Sometimes because misunderstanding protects the story they prefer. Only the first two may be correctable. Practice being misunderstood in small ways. Wear what you like without requesting reassurance. State a thoughtful opinion without checking every face. Say no without a paragraph. Let an awkward moment end without apologizing repeatedly. Each practice teaches the nervous system. Another person's uncertainty about me is uncomfortable, not fatal. Remain teachable. If several trustworthy people identify the same harmful pattern, examine it. Do not use "they misunderstand me" to avoid responsibility. But after honest review and clear communication, release what remains outside your command. Reputation is a report written in other minds. Character is the conduct you continue practicing. Protect character first. Let time clarify what another explanation cannot. Truth 3. Effort does not guarantee your pre-antidote. Come. You can prepare fully and still fail. You can love sincerely and still be left. You can produce excellent work and remain unnoticed. You can follow every reasonable step and still receive an outcome you did not choose. The third Stoic truth is that effort does not guarantee your preferred result. This truth frightens people because it appears to make effort meaningless. If success is not guaranteed, why try? Because effort has never been a contract with the universe. It is your contribution to probability, skill, character, and responsibility. You control preparation more than selection. You control the application more than acceptance. You control honesty more than approval. You control the process more than the final verdict. This does not mean outcomes are irrelevant. Results provide information. If the business loses money, numbers matter. If viewers leave a video early, retention matters. If your behavior harms someone, impact matters. Stoicism does not protect you from evidence. It protects you from turning evidence into a complete judgment of worth. Use a process and outcome review. First, evaluate the result. What happened? Then evaluate the process. Was the strategy sound? Was the preparation sufficient? What was within your responsibility? What was external? What will change next time? Suppose you apply for a job and are rejected. You can review the resume, interview, qualifications, and fit. Ask for feedback. Improve what you can. You cannot know or control every factor in the decision. One rejection is data. It is not prophecy. The opposite also matters. You may succeed despite poor preparation. Do not let a favorable outcome hide weak conduct. Ask whether the process is repeatable and honest. Build self-respect around inputs you can defend. Did you prepare? Did you keep your word? Did you act courageously? Did you adapt to evidence? Did you remain fair under pressure? This standard allows you to respect your conduct even when the outcome disappoints you, and question your conduct even when luck rewards it. Detachment from outcome does not mean lack of ambition. It means ambition without emotional captivity. You pursue excellence. You prefer success. You learn from results. But you do not allow the result to tell you whether your life has value. Give the effort fully. Receive the outcome honestly. Then decide the next action. Truth 4. Some people will never give you closure. You wait for the apology. You wait for them to explain why they changed. You wait for the conversation that will make the past finally make sense. Days become months. The fourth Stoic truth is that some people will never give you closure. They may refuse responsibility. They may not understand the harm. They may understand and still protect their image. They may create a story in which they are innocent and you are the problem. They may disappear without providing the ending your mind keeps requesting. If your peace depends on their honesty, your peace remains in the hands of someone who already demonstrated that they may not handle it responsibly. Closure is not always information received from another person. Sometimes it is a decision made after evidence. The pattern continued. They refused accountability. The relationship ended. I did what was reasonable. I will stop waiting for a different past. This does not mean questions disappear immediately. The mind prefers complete stories. Unanswered endings create tension. You may need to grieve what you will never know. Use the closure inventory. What do I know? What am I assuming? What answer am I waiting for? Would that answer actually change the required action? Suppose someone betrayed you and refuses to explain. You believe an explanation will restore peace. But would any explanation make repeated dishonesty safe? Perhaps the action, distance, boundary, or departure already exists without the missing answer. Create your own closing statement. I may never understand their full motive. I understand the behavior well enough to choose my boundary. Or, I regret my part, I have apologized, and I cannot force forgiveness. Or, the opportunity is over. I will carry the lesson, not the waiting. Do not use self-created closure to avoid repair. If you owe an apology, give it. If communication remains possible and safe, ask the question once. If facts can be clarified, clarify them. Then notice when the search has become dependence. Closure does not require the other person to agree with your decision. It requires you to stop reopening the same wound in hope that a different answer will appear. Some doors do not close through explanation. They close when you stop standing in them. Truth 5. Comfort can quietly make you weaker. Comfort feels harmless because it asks for nothing immediately. Stay in bed. Check the phone. Avoid the conversation. Wait until you feel ready. Choose the easier task. The fifth Stoic truth is that comfort can quietly make you weaker when it becomes a requirement for action. Comfort itself is not the enemy. Rest matters. Safety matters. Pleasure, warmth, food, and recovery are parts of a good life. The danger is dependence. If you can work only when motivated, motivation controls your future. If you can speak honestly only when nobody will be disappointed, approval controls your boundaries. If boredom always sends you to a screen, attention no longer belongs fully to you. The Stoics sometimes practiced voluntary simplicity and manageable discomfort. The goal was not to worship suffering. It was to discover that unpleasant conditions could exist without commanding conduct. Choose one safe discomfort. Take a walk without headphones. Sit for 10 minutes without stimulation. Begin important work before entertainment. Eat a simple meal. Wait before satisfying a harmless urge. Publish work before it feels perfect. Say no without creating 5 excuses. During the practice, listen to the mind. I need relief now. I cannot tolerate this. I will start when conditions improve. Replace exaggeration with accuracy. This is uncomfortable, temporary, and manageable. That sentence does not eliminate discomfort. It removes the false emergency. Do not make the training extreme. Dangerous cold, sleep deprivation, injury, or ignoring medical needs are not evidence of virtue. Adapt to your health and seek qualified guidance where appropriate. Stoic training is governed by wisdom and temperance. The most useful discomfort may be emotional. Let someone disagree. Admit that you were wrong. Ask for help. Enter a room where you are a beginner. Set a boundary and tolerate disappointment. These experiences create evidence. Awkwardness passes. Disapproval is survivable. Uncertainty can be carried. Action does not require perfect confidence. Comfort becomes safer when it is something you can enjoy without obeying. Use it for recovery. Do not let it become the ruler of your decisions. Truth 6. Time will remove everything you refuse to appreciate. The ordinary day feels permanent. The familiar voice will always call. The body will always move the same way. The home, work, friendship, routine, and opportunity appear stable because they were present yesterday. The sixth Stoic truth is that time will remove everything you refuse to appreciate. This is not meant to create fear. It is meant to restore value before loss is required to reveal it. The Stoics reflected on mortality because limitation creates clarity. If time were endless, every meaningful action could be postponed. Because it is not, attention becomes a moral decision. Ask 3 questions each morning. What am I treating as guaranteed? Who deserves my full attention while they are here? What meaningful action am I postponing as though time owes me another chance? Then act on one answer. Make the call. Begin the work. Put the phone away during the conversation. Say thank you specifically. Apologize. Rest without guilt when rest is needed. Notice an ordinary good. Gratitude is not pretending life is perfect. It is accurate accounting. The day may contain pain and still contain something worth noticing. A person listened. You had a place to return to. You learned. You received another opportunity to correct yourself. You walked, ate, read, or breathed without thinking about the ability. Choose one ordinary good at night. Imagine its absence for 10 seconds. Then return to reality and say, "For now, this is here." The phrase matters. It values without demanding permanence. Do not use mortality as pressure to make every minute productive. Rest, play, conversation, beauty, and silence can be meaningful uses of finite life. The question is whether time was chosen or unconsciously lost. 40 minutes of deliberate entertainment may be restorative. 40 minutes moving between apps without memory may be disappearance. Ask, would I choose this use of time if I were fully aware it would not return? You do not need to live in constant urgency. You need enough awareness to stop postponing the life that matters. Time removes, without asking whether you were ready. Appreciation is how you meet the temporary, without trying to possess it forever. Truth 7. Your response is the power nobody can take without your participation. Other people can affect your circumstances. They can reject you. They can misunderstand you. They can take an opportunity, break a promise, or create hardship. The 7th Stoic truth is that your response remains the power nobody can fully take without your participation. This statement requires nuance. Trauma, coercion, illness, poverty, discrimination, and danger can reduce options dramatically. Stoicism should never blame people for suffering or pretend everyone has equal freedom of action. The truth is narrower and more practical. Within the options that remain, your judgment and chosen next action still matter. A response may be speaking, leaving, seeking help, reporting, apologizing, trying again, accepting that no action can change the past. You do not control the arrival of every emotion. Anger may appear before judgment. Fear may tighten the body. Grief may remove energy. The response begins with what you do after recognizing what is present. Use the Stoic pause. What happened? What am I feeling? What story is my mind adding? What part is within my responsibility? What action reflects the person I want to be? Suppose someone insults you. The first reaction is anger. Your response may be to ask for specifics, correct a falsehood, state a boundary, or disengage. Suppose a plan fails. The first reaction is despair. Your response may be to review the method, ask for feedback, change direction, or grieve before beginning again. Suppose someone refuses closure. Your response may be to stop waiting. The power is not controlling how you feel instantly. It is preventing the feeling from becoming the only authority. Prepare before pressure. Each morning, identify one likely trigger. Write. The trigger may be, my automatic reaction is, my chosen response will be. For example, the trigger may be criticism. My automatic reaction is defending everything. My chosen response is to pause and ask for one specific example. At night, review without attack. Did the trigger appear? What did you do? What should change next time? This creates a loop. Prepare, act, review, adjust. No rejection can choose this practice for you. No praise can replace it. No difficult person can fully command it unless reaction becomes automatic. Your response is not unlimited power. It is the remaining power. Use it carefully. How these 7 truths look in real. Life philosophy becomes useful when it survives ordinary pressure. Imagine you are passed over for a promotion. The first truth reminds you that effort and fairness do not always produce the outcome you expected. The third truth reminds you that preparation improved your chances but could not control the final decision. The seventh truth asks what remains yours. Request specific feedback. Document your work, improve a skill, explore another role, or decide whether the organization still deserves your effort. Acceptance does not say the decision was fair. It stops the decision from becoming a verdict on your entire future. Imagine a close friend begins withdrawing without explanation. The second truth says you cannot control the story forming in their mind. The fourth truth says closure may never arrive in the form you want. Your response may be one clear message: I have noticed distance between us. If there is something we need to discuss, I am open to an honest conversation. Then let behavior answer. Do not send 10 messages trying to force emotional clarity from someone who refuses communication. Imagine your business, project, or channel underperforms. The third truth prevents the result from erasing the value of intelligent effort, but it also prevents Stoicism from becoming denial. Review the offer, title, thumbnail, opening, audience, timing, and execution. Change the method. Do not repeat a failing strategy and call it resilience. Imagine someone publicly criticizes you. The first truth reminds you that people may be unfair. The second says you cannot manage every interpretation in the room. The seventh asks for the wisest response. If the criticism is true, accept the lesson. If it is false and consequential, correct it with facts. If it is meaningless provocation, do not promote it by giving it your entire emotional state. Imagine you made a serious mistake. Acceptance does not say, it does not matter. It says, it happened. What repair remains possible? Apologize without protecting your image. Correct the work. Accept consequences you cannot negotiate away. Change the system that allowed the mistake. Shame wants to turn one behavior into permanent identity. Responsibility turns the behavior into a correction. Imagine you are waiting for someone to apologize. The fourth truth asks whether their apology is required for your next wise action. You may still want it. You may deserve it. But if the boundary is already clear, waiting may be postponing a decision. You can grieve the apology you never received and still stop granting the same access. Imagine comfort is quietly controlling your life. You tell yourself you will begin when you feel motivated, speak when nobody will object, and change when conditions become easier. The fifth truth asks for one manageable contradiction. Work for 10 minutes before entertainment. State one boundary without over-explaining. Enter one uncomfortable but useful conversation. A different life begins as evidence before it becomes confidence. Finally, imagine an ordinary evening with nothing dramatically wrong. The sixth truth asks you to notice what will not remain forever. A person in the next room, a body that carried you through the day, a home you often criticize, another chance to practice. Do not wait for loss to make ordinary life visible. These truths are not 7 ideas to admire. They are 7 questions to use. What fact am I resisting? What opinion am I trying to control? What outcome did I treat as guaranteed? What closure am I waiting to receive? What comfort is making my decisions? What temporary good am I failing to appreciate? What response remains mine? When confusion rises, choose the question that matches the situation. The answer may not feel comforting. It will often be more useful than another hour of resistance. Practical acceptance reset. When reality hurts, when a truth becomes emotionally difficult, use this 5-minute reset. Minute 1. Name the fact, not the interpretation, not the feared future. What happened? The relationship ended. The application was rejected. The person refused responsibility. The plan failed. Minute 2. Name the feeling. Grief is present. Anger is rising. I feel afraid. Naming creates enough distance for observation. Minute 3. Divide control. What is mine? What is not? My communication, boundary, preparation, repair, and next action may be mine. Their opinion, the past, and the final outcome may not be. Minute 4. Identify the demand. What am I insisting must be different before I can move? They must apologize. The past must make sense. The result must change. Everyone must understand. Ask whether that demand is within your power. Minute 5. Choose one action, one message, one boundary, one appointment, 1 hour of rest, one document opened, one request for support. Then act before returning to analysis. Acceptance does not always feel peaceful. Sometimes it feels like grief without argument. Sometimes it feels like finally seeing the door is closed. Sometimes it feels like walking forward without the answer you deserved. The reset does not remove pain. It prevents pain from becoming an endless negotiation with reality. Conclusions. Sift the truth, then use your power. The truth does not always comfort you immediately. Sometimes it removes the comfort of illusion. But illusion is expensive. It keeps you waiting for people who have already answered through behavior. It keeps you that no longer fit reality. It keeps you explaining to people committed to misunderstanding. It keeps you demanding that effort guarantee reward. It keeps you treating time as though it signed a promise to return. Clarity may hurt first, then it frees energy. Remember the 7 truths. First, life will not always be fair. Do not let unfairness turn you into the behavior you oppose. Second, you cannot control how people understand you. Communicate honestly, correct what matters, and release the rest. Third, effort does not guarantee your preferred outcome. Give the process fully, learn from results, and do not turn one verdict into your identity. Fourth, some people will never give you closure. Let behavior provide the answer explanation refused to give. Fifth, comfort can quietly make you weaker when it becomes a requirement for action. Practice carrying manageable discomfort. Sixth, time will remove everything you refuse to appreciate. Notice ordinary goods before loss makes them obvious. Seventh, your response is the power nobody can fully take without your participation. Prepare it, practice it, and review it. Now begin a 7-day truth practice. Each morning, choose one truth, right where it appears in your life. During the day, notice the moment you begin arguing with reality. At night, ask, what fact did I resist? What did resistance cost? What action became possible when I accepted it? Do not demand perfect acceptance. The mind may return to the same argument tomorrow. Repeat the practice. Acceptance is not a door you walk through once. It is a decision you renew when imagination tries to rebuild the old prison. You may still wish the past were different. You may still want the apology. You may still prefer the result you worked for. Preference is human. Captivity begins when peace cannot exist without the preference becoming reality. Hold the wish. See the fact. Choose the response. If you are accepting the 7-day practice, write this in the comments. I accept what is true, and I use what is mine. Subscribe for more practical Stoic lessons about emotional control, discipline, resilience, and self-respect. Stop asking reality to return the life you imagined. Look at the life in front of you. See it clearly, protect what matters, release what was never yours to command. Then use the power that remains.